Namaste. I've been wanting to talk to you on two different topics. One of them is how does a teacher revise the syllabus, especially for those standards in which this syllabus has been completed and now the revision is going on. So I've been receiving a lot of questions from teachers saying, sir, now what do we do? And how do we go about revision? So now here is what I feel we should do. This is, I believe, the best method. The aim of our teaching is not to complete the syllabus, but to ensure that whatever we have taught in that syllabus has been absorbed correctly by the child, and after absorption the child is able to reproduce that on paper so that his knowledge and his skill in writing both are enhanced. So a teacher really never completes the course because we are not measuring course completion. We are measuring the incremental advantage that the child gets every time he enters the classroom. We need to ensure that the student who has come into the classroom goes back a more enriched person, a wiser person, a more knowledgeable person. In other words, every student who enters the classroom must feel that after entering into the classroom, I have received some value. Otherwise, the student will not enter the classroom. He will remain absent. He will lose interest. And he will probably tell his parents, I will study on my own. I'm good enough. The revision should be done in a method which enhances the level of his confidence and he feels that his time has not been wasted. Now, how do we do that? So here is a system or here is a procedure I would request you all to follow. Firstly, teach the topic again as if it was being done for the first time. Assume that the child knows nothing of it and go as deep as possible, maybe in a faster pace, but complete the whole topic in such a way that the child has done it for the first time. So teach it as if it was done for the first time and do that every time. Point number 2, hold a regular test, a short test in standard 9th and 11th maybe, and a full mark test in standard 10th and 12th, and find out where the child is lacking. Now we know that a child is lacking in subject X, topic Y. So that's second point, is take a test. Third is identify or find out what is his pain area. Where is the problem? Is the problem in understanding the topic or is the problem in reproduction of the topic in the answer sheet? Teach that topic again after we understand his problem. In other words, the revision process is not a linear process. It's not like A, B, C and D. It is A, B, C, D and go back to A. And we go into repeated cycles. And every time we do that cycle, we are doing it for different topics. We are doing it for different micro topics. So we can do that in a macro level and a micro level. But every time we do that cycle of teaching, testing, evaluating, solving, teaching, testing, evaluating, solving, teaching, testing, evaluating, solving, we are able to make sure that the child's understanding becomes better. And every time this cycle repeats, the child should go back home and say, yes, I did something today what I could not do on my own. So every child must feel an increased level of confidence, motivation, and his own value for that subject must be increased. So do this as a revision. Take this whole format as teaching, testing, problem solving or identification of problem, and solve the problem. Now, the key area that I'm asking you to do is whenever you take a class, focus on their pain points. What is it that they want? Answer their question or focus on their weak areas. If we are going to do revision of what we think is important, we are giving ourselves a lot of value. Now, a teacher must be able to solve the doubt or the question of the child and enhance his understanding. So, the feedback could be taken either through the test, or even verbally you can ask the child whether he's understood or whether there is a problem or he missed out something. So, take a common topic, and this is how we will do revision. That is the first topic that I wanted to talk to you about. The second topic is that now that we are going partially offline, it's a transition phase. So from online, we are going partially offline. We will be calling students offline so that you have a contact program. We are not going to call them every time, but we will call the students. We will have a hybrid session online and on offline, because the transition process will take time, and slowly by the month of March, all those who are giving the board exams will come here and write the pre-board exam compulsorily. But that transition process will take another week or two until we get the students get the full confidence of going out, attempting a paper on their own, writing it, and that is going to take some time. However, this is the process. So two things, as I said, I want to discuss with you is one, the revision and how a person should do revision, or how the revision should be done in the classroom, and two, the process of shifting from offline and transitioning to, sorry, from online to offline, and the process in the middle. So that's how I want you to look at this. And in case you have any other questions, please feel free to call me up, and make sure that every session of yours is a power packed session, a session where you are completely prepared to tackle the doubts of the student, and the student goes home a winner. Thank you for listening.